Hey guys, back here today. I'm switching it up a little bit from all the Google Pixel stuff and doing a Nintendo Switch video today, simply because I've got a lot of fans that are asking me my impressions on it, what I think of the system, how I think it's going to do, things like that. So this video is for everybody who has been asking about, my opinions and things on what Nintendo has showed so far for the Switch, because I've been pretty quiet about it. I want to first start by saying that the trailer, I'll have some screenshots up because you really can't play it without Nintendo bringing the banhammer down on you. From what we've seen so far with the trailer, I like the idea. I wasn't huge on it. I did make a video a really long time ago. I wasn't huge on the detachable controller thing and switching it back and having a home and portable console. I was still under the impression that Nintendo was going to have a handheld system and a home console system, and they were going to be very highly interactive. They were going to run the same operating system and everything, but that didn't pan out. The rumors were true for everything almost, it seems, with the game carts and the controllers and stuff like that. So that's what we got to roll with now. One huge problem I had before knowing that the NX was a Nintendo Switch and knowing that what the system was and everything was how the controller detachability is going to work and everything, whether it's going to use magnets or it's going to use some sort of weird proprietary uneasy thing to use. But from the video, and I think that's what Nintendo tried to stress a lot too with the video, is that it's very pick up and play, very intuitive and simple to use, which is one of the most important things that they could have done making a system like this. Because if the whole concept from the ground up was a disaster, like switching from home to portable, the console was set up for failure. But I think that they did a really good job at making it, at least in the trailer, look like it was very intuitive and very easy to switch from console to handheld and back and forth, back and forth. I'm still really curious to see if this can actually replace a tablet or something, whether it's touchscreen, what kind of apps can it play? Is it all going to be Nintendo proprietary stuff? I have a suspicion that with Nvidia that it's not going to be the case. Maybe it'll run Android, maybe it'll run a very heavily altered version of Android a la Kindle or something like that, because Nvidia and especially Tegra chips and processors and stuff are very Android. I don't want to say Android based, but they've used Android for the majority in the past. So I mean, at this point, we don't have any idea. Nintendo did just release that they're going to be showing everything. There's going to be a blowout of Switch information on January 12th, 2017. So we're going to have to wait. Jesus, it's going to be like 3 months. Before we get any other information. Ever since they fucked up with the Wii U, it seems like they are genuinely trying to reinvent themselves, get away from the Wii branding, and come into the 21st century finally with the whole tablet thing. Even down to the design of the console, I think it's very unique and very Nintendo, but at the same time, it does look like a modern console. The tablet actually looks like a tablet. The gamepad, didn't look like a tablet at all, and that's kind of what they were going for. I like the idea of the dock. I like the idea of still Nintendo. It's still a Nintendo system through and through, because you have the different controllers, you have different controller options and stuff like that, and you're going to get loads and loads of probably very good Nintendo games. Now, the big thing with the Switch is, you're always going to be connected, being able to play your AAA games, but are you going to be able to play online? Are you going to be able to, reach the Nintendo eShop when you're sitting in the airport or something if you don't have a Wi-Fi connection? And so I'm curious to see if there's going to be some sort of LTE package, maybe bundled. Now, this is just speculation, so I don't want to talk too much about it because, again, it's just kind of a waste of time to speculate at this point. But I would like to see out of the portability mode is some sort of LTE connection, maybe with Nintendo's new online service. The Nintendo Network, you're going to have to pay for it now, but on the upside, you're going to get an LTE connection in the thing. I would like to see Bluetooth as well for Bluetooth headsets, Bluetooth stereo speakers and stuff when you're, so you don't have all the cords and everything. That would be really nice. Touchscreen too. We haven't had a confirmed touchscreen yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be touchscreen. Multi-touch touchscreens are pretty inexpensive at this point, and it would be doing more harm than good, especially if it only made the system like $5 more expensive. Nintendo needs to put a touchscreen on it for the sake of longevity and for the sake of future-proofing it, at least for a little bit. But I want to get back on the point. Nintendo really seems to be reinventing themselves in a way. They're doing a very good job at marketing towards the market that they should be, because it's the majority of gamers. I'm pretty sure in saying that the majority of gamers are anywhere from 20 to 30 years old. There are definitely loads of children who game. Nintendo really needs to step the game up and make it so that we can get all of our AAA games and Nintendo games on the same system. If that's going to happen, that's yet to be seen. Nintendo promises it, but they promised it with the beginning of the Wii U too. I'm not going to be naive to that, and I think that we really need to wait to see some proof than before, because Nintendo talked a big game with EA and Ubisoft and stuff with the Wii U, but none of that ever panned out. So far, Nintendo definitely has momentum on their side. The trailer has like 18 million views now or something like that, and it has been like 95% liked, which is really good for a reveal on a system that's so dramatically different than everything. So I think people are taking to it good so far. They did a really good job of explaining what it is in like using no words, which is a really good plus too. If you can explain what your system is without having to actually say, this is how you do this is how nobody wants to watch that. But the trailer did a really top-notch job at showing how it's used and what it's meant for. I think Nintendo's really onto something, because they made the system a very familiar format, in the format of a tablet and a home console with the controller. I think they really hit it out of the park with that. And that's going to resonate a lot with people who don't typically game. They're going to be like, oh, it's a tablet. I use my tablet, my iPad. I use it at home to check my email on or do whatever I got to do on. I can pick up this tablet and, play games on it. Where this could go wrong is if Nintendo gets in the mindset of trying to market this system as something that it's not. If they try to market it as a tablet with gaming capabilities, or if they try to market it as a home console with I don't know how they're going to market it to the public. Obviously, this video was a very good marketing tool that they've already used that makes things very clear. Okay, I was nervous. I was very nervous about what the system's actually going to be, and I'm pleasantly surprised. It took a couple days for me to digest what the system is, but now that I see it and I know what it is, and I love everything down to the logo, to the red and white, very modern looking logo. I think it looks like a Google Material Design logo or something. Everything. The marketing, the way they're presenting the system is very 21st century, and it's something we don't normally see out of Nintendo, which is really, really promising. Another thing, I hope they're working very hard on having a lightweight, very powerful operating system that we can do a lot of different things on, not just play games. Because if you have this tablet, and this goes back to it, whether it's going to be a success or a failure. So if you have this tablet and you're in the airport or something, are you going to be able to check your Facebook? Are you going to be able to watch YouTube videos? Are you going to be able to watch Netflix on a bigger screen? And if you can't, that's going to divert a lot of people from buying this thing, simply because they're going to be confused. They're going to see this tablet device, which looks exactly like a tablet, and they're going to be like, well, why can't I check my Facebook? Why can't I, listen to Pandora? Why can't I do any of this stuff on this tablet? Just play games. So Nintendo really needs to make sure that they can, at least to an extent, have customized apps or be able to play Android apps or something. So Nintendo needs to make sure that they can do all those things going forward with the system to make it a more compelling buy. Because if it has all that stuff, and you can play games, and you can check your Facebook, and you can do all this other stuff, and you can play Skyrim, it's going to be really, really easy to sell this thing. But yeah, I'm a huge believer of the system. I think it's going to be very good for Nintendo and hopefully bring them back into relevancy. What I'm really hoping for and what I really need to know now are, what is the operating system like? What kind of games are we going to see? And not huge, but I want to see some specs too and see, what this thing can actually do. Because those are the big questions I still have for the system. But either way, I'm probably still going to buy it because it looks like a really cool system. We just need some games for it. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you do have any questions, or if you want to know any more of like what I think about the system, just drop me a comment down below. I'll take a look at it and I'll have a conversation with you, because I really do want to keep talking about the system, but I just don't think right now there's enough content to be talking about through YouTube videos or anything like that. But I will definitely strike up a discussion with you if you want to talk to me on Twitter, OG Krump. But thanks again, guys, for watching. These are still just some pretty raw impressions of what I think on the system. Let me know what you guys think down below, like I just said, and I'll see you all in the next video. Take it easy, guys.